20 minutes past the hour. It's news time with Heather. You know, I wish everybody could see our suitcase. You're like bouncing around, Heather. You're like,
It's to the news feed.
yes, exactly. That should be your TikTok. News feed.
Oh gosh, I'm actually. I don't know if I've deleted it yet. My husband did say I should probably delete TikTok. So I think I may have already done that. If not, I could make a new one. Yes, it's my news theme song. We've got what's it? Cookie Monster.
That's right. It's a Christmas ornament. You know, I have decided that I'm stuck here in the basement, so I'm just going to clean at the breaks.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Gonna make my wife very happy.
For sure. Listen to this, you guys. Reservations will no longer be needed to go to Cedar Point. So, you can just pack up the family, drive down to Sandusky if you'd like, because you don't need to make a reservation anymore. Due to COVID-19, all guests had to make an advanced reservation to go, but now that's no longer needed. You're still going to have to do a health screening. You have to do that on the Perks app 24 hours before you go. So I guess you can't just pack them up at,
You can't be spontaneous.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Spur of the
moment.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Didn't sound like that was right, but that's right. You'll also have to wear a mask at all times. You're going to need to get your temperature checked. And, of course, you're going to have to social distance.
So do they have, I assume, the rides, socially distant, like they'll have
Right, I was just thinking about that.
an empty car, yeah.
Probably.
I would also imagine the lines probably aren't that much, although the less people get on the ride, so it might be the same.
Right. I just can't imagine it being all that fun. I don't know. I would definitely not want to go to I don't know, wearing a mask in the heat on a ride, it just doesn't sound that fun to me.
Well, is there any, we heard in, what was it, Japan, that they asked you to keep your voice down, scream inside.
Yeah.
Because they don't want you spreading COVID if you happen to have it. So is it similar rules in Cedar Point?
No, they have not banned screaming, I don't believe. You are so
Is there
extreme.
anything better though than going to Cedar Point and there being no lines? You get
awesome.
on the ride and then just go right and do it again.
Right. Just go over and over and over.
Back-to-back trips on the dragster.
Yes. You guys, Clinton Community Schools, which is located southwest of Ann Arbor, is dropping its Redskins nickname. And that means now there are just 3 school districts in Michigan that are still using the Redskins name. Now, this school district said that back in 2010, it would keep the Redskins nickname as long as it was still being used by the Washington NFL franchise. So we all know now that Washington dropped the name, so the Clinton School Board unanimously decided to adopt a new nickname on Monday night.
That made no sense. Okay, so we're going to keep our racist name because the Washington Redskins are keeping it. But once they say it's not racist, we'll agree with them and make it not racist. And we'll change
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. Anyways, they dropped it.
Yeah, because the Redskins are really the sign. They're really the Mount Rushmore of moral teams out there.
Yep.
They're the people you're going to listen to.
Right. Bizarre. So, you guys, a Michigan woman who killed her husband could be released from prison this fall. So, after more than a year in prison, Tina Talbot was granted parole. So, I don't know if you guys followed this story or not, but it got so much attention. She was in an abusive relationship, and back in 2018, she said that she was in a kill or be killed situation, and she fatally shot her husband in the backyard of their Waterford home. She called police after it happened. She admitted to pulling the trigger, and she was later hospitalized. She had so many injuries herself. She had 2 partially collapsed lungs, a lacerated spleen, a broken arm, a broken wrist, severe trauma on her right thigh, and a damaged sternum. So she was badly injured, and despite the fact that she said that she had been abused for years by her husband, he had threatened to kill her, she was charged with open murder in his death. And she was just granted parole. She had so many supporters, so many petitions, people trying to get her out, and she is going to be released on November 17th.
What was her original sentence?
Her original sentence was 20 months to 15 years in prison.
You know what? I think it's a fair decision. I think she deserved to kill the guy.
Without a doubt. So I know a lot of people have been advocating for her and trying to get her out early, and it looks like it helps. So that's great. You guys, there's going to be one day when it's going to be so awesome not to ever mention COVID-19, the coronavirus in my news. And one day it's going to be really great when I can say, guess what? Michigan reported 0 new cases of the coronavirus, and then we'll be done with all these updates, and it's going to be fabulous. But until then, I'm going to keep you posted. And Michigan reported an additional 573 new cases on Tuesday, along with 9 new deaths. And that brings the state total to 74,725 cases of coronavirus, and we now have 6,135 reported deaths. And the one thing I did notice in this article, which is very short, but it did say, obviously, we're doing more testing. That's, we all know that. But now these tests are coming back with more positive results. And they say, I remember there was one article, I believe we wanted to be under 3% of those tests coming back with positive results. And now we have just hit 4.2% of tests that are coming back with positive test results. So
if they stay within this range, everything will probably stay as when they get higher. Then we might back up a little bit. I know. Hopefully not.
Yeah, but what about schools? That's the big question.
And it's just like this waiting game. I really wanted to know when we had the governor on, I think last week, what I wanted to know the exact point where she was going to say, we're going back to phase 3. Like what do we need to get to? Because obviously the death rate is still really low. Hospitalizations are still really low. I mean, I'm hoping that they take that into account as well, so that we don't have to get pushed back to another phase or have even more restrictions, I guess, in phase 4, but we'll see. All right, listen to this story. So a drug smuggler figured out a very creative way to move cocaine from Colombia to Italy. So this person actually took some coffee beans and hollowed out the inside of coffee beans and then refilled the coffee beans with cocaine. Fill them all back up, shipped them to Italy, and the package was intercepted by the police. And it wasn't because of the coffee beans. I think the coffee beans actually looked really good. They said it was really hard to tell that they'd been tampered with, and it probably would have been sent on to Italy without an issue, except the person who packaged these beans came up with a creative name to put on the address, and it actually was addressed to a fictional mafia boss from the John Wick movies. And I guess the officer who saw the package was a really big John Wick fan and said, hold on, wait, this isn't even a real name. They opened the package, they discovered the drugs, and then they arrested the person the drugs were delivered to.
Can you imagine how meticulous that must have been, though?
Oh, I know.
To go through all that trouble to obviously get the Coke, the Cocana, and the coffee beans, and then you screw it up because you address it to a fictional mafia name? Come on.
That's like leading by one. That's like leading by one with three holes left and blowing it.
It is.
I mean,
Total joke job.
But you said it best, Riggs. I mean, when you take I can't imagine being able to taking a coffee bean, which aren't very big, hollow it out, putting the Coke in there.
And then they used like this really dark tape, I guess, to reseal these beans. And the officers actually said it was really hard to even see the tape. So they probably wouldn't have even noticed anything except for the name on the package.
You kind of want to give us some credit, don't you?
Yes.
I mean, listen, you guys, we're going to lighten your sentence because you really did a nice job here. Have you guys ever seen the show?
Keep going.
Well, have you guys ever seen the show Locked Up Around? It used to be on the National Geographic special. And it always started with people that are in need of money. And they're told that if they can go on a holiday, that's what they call it, because usually it's over the line, that if they smuggle drugs, usually cocaine or heroin, you get $10,000, 10,000 pounds, they used to say. So the whole show is about them talking from jail. They all get busted, but they're doing a dramatization of them trying to smuggle the drugs. It is the most fascinating and dumb thing at the same time. I mean, some people eat them, some people stick it up you know where, some people do it in bags, some people do it in animals, whatever the case is.
Wow.
It's very good.
All right. Thank you, Heather. Coming up a little later in the program, 7:35 to be exact, we'll talk to John Palmarosi about the upcoming Major League Baseball season, which begins on Thursday, and they will play the national anthem. And teams were reacting to it in different ways the last couple of days. That's coming up next, 97.1.
Sullivan, and we all like to go out and have fun. I sure do. But when it comes to drinking and driving, that's something I just won't do. It's so easy to call an Uber or Lyft, so that's what I usually do, and it makes everyone else on the road safer. This message brought to you by the Michigan Office of Highway Safety Planning.
Applied Imaging customer Melissa Block, Associate Director at Children's Healing Center, discusses Applied Imaging's network support division, NetSmart Plus.
With Applied Imaging and NetSmart Plus, we have found a vendor that truly cares about our organization, our members, and our mission. They have come alongside us as a partner and as friends to help the organization grow, stay operational, really to thrive well.
NetSmart Plus is upgrading your IT structure and the stay-at-home orders table.
So that helped us in a manner where we are now living in a world where a lot of things are done virtually, and our prior platform was not set up to
obligation for this report. Thank you and stay safe, Michigan.
Jordan Main offers investment advisory services to Braden Advisors LLC 877-885-0508. SEC registered investment advisor. Main Financial Group is not a registered investment advisor and is not an affiliate of Braden Advisors. Insurance offered through Jordan Main Independent Agent.
Coming up this morning on WWJ News Radio 950, a benefit of the coronavirus pandemic. It has to do with young adults and the real value of a dollar. That story and more when you tune in to AM 950 or favorite WWJ on radio.com.
When big things happen in Detroit sports, you hear it first on Detroit's #1 sports station, 97.1. The Ticket. Breaking news powered by radio.com sports and brought to you by Pennzoil. Motor oils from natural gas. The proof is in the Pennzoil. Text the Ticket using the same number you used to call the Ticket. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
97.1 The Ticket is the Jamie and Stoney Show. Jeff Ray in for Jamie Samuelson, John Palmarosi, Major League Baseball.com, previewing the season. Join us at 7:35. We're talking about the national anthem, where a few teams have been kneeling, not as a group, but some players of the Giants, some players of the Reds last night against the Tigers. The Tigers decided that if you want to kneel, basically you can do whatever you want, but they decided as a team to stay inside or go outside and stay. So that's what they're doing. Steve in Waterford here in 97. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hey, Steve.
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I have a perspective because Reed asked for a perspective about someone who doesn't agree with the kneeling.
Right.
And first I want to say I do agree with the nonviolent protest. I have many friends and I'm a veteran who agree and disagree with it. But my opinion is people say it's not about the flag, it's not about the national anthem. So I think it's a simple fix though. Either have everyone a moment of silence before or after the national anthem, ask everyone to kneel for the cause, but then ask them to stand for the national anthem. That way you're supporting the people who the flag means something to, who have watched their brothers in combat pass away or something, but you're also supporting the cause of violence against African Americans from police officers or whoever.
It's an interesting compromise. I don't think they would do it. Let me ask you this, Steve. Does the whole national... Should we be done with the national anthem before games?
I feel like yes, if it's not respected.
Well, do fans respect it when they're at the game?
No. Some fans do, some fans don't. And I'm in agreement with you. I've been to many sporting events, many games, and it annoys me because they ask all veterans to, everyone to place your hand on your heart, and they ask people veterans to salute. And I look around, I see veterans saluting, I see some people with hands on their heart, but then I see, like Reed said, guys getting up to go to the bathroom and other people. So it's not just the people kneeling that annoy me, it's the people using the restroom, the people screwing around on their cell phones. That annoys me too.
Now, are you a veteran, you said?
I am a veteran.
Thank you very much for your service. We appreciate your opinions.
Well, I do wonder, and Steve was a veteran, but I wonder what the majority of veterans feel. Like, the majority of veterans, and I can't speak because I'm not a veteran, but you wonder, what are you fighting for, right? And I would think you're probably, and again, I can't speak for them, but just my thoughts, you're probably fighting for the freedom to do what you want to do during the national anthem. That's pretty much, you hear a lot, our country was built on this, and I actually kind of agree with that. And if you take it away from the national anthem, like we got a similar text story, say, well, why give it to the national anthem? All you want is attention. Yes, you want attention.
That's why people protest, so people
That's
can
why
know
you
about it.
protest in front of the White House. That's why you protest to begin with. You want to bring attention to issues that need to be fixed. And what's the problem here?
I agree with you. If some people want to kneel, let them kneel. They're not doing anything which I consider wrong. I don't think, I know people are allowed to feel that they've been disrespected, but they're really not if you think about what they're protesting, what they're kneeling for. Let's go to Macomb. Robert, good morning.
Hey, good morning. I had a thought like this. If they took out the national anthem, why don't they just play America the Beautiful? It's a great song, and you don't hear it too much.
Yeah, look, in the past, some teams have done that. Sometimes they play God Bless America instead. I mean, but I think if they did that, I think, you know, the kneelers would kneel during that too, I would assume, right?
Yeah, would that be any less offensive to people that get offended by it?
I don't know. Look, people get offended by different things. I can't police people's right to be offended. I just don't understand certain things that people do get offended about. No, that doesn't. Now, there is something that does offend me, and Guido always jokes about it. Why are you telling people how or what they should put on their respective foods? But today, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's great that we have Rojo on today because it's a food day. Today, July 22nd, is National Hot Dog. That's right. National Hot Dog. So, who doesn't like a hot dog besides Heather? Rieger, you don't like hot dogs either?
No, listen, there's about a million things I'd rather eat than a hot dog.
I don't disagree with you. To me, hot dogs are I only eat hot dogs basically at baseball games or sometimes at cookouts.
See, I'm different. I eat hot dogs at last resort. When there's nothing else. Not a fan. Not a fan. So I mean, happy hot dog day, everybody, but the only way to properly eat a hot dog, at least in my opinion, is to douse it in ketchup. So that's all you taste is the ketchup. I really think I'm going to throw up right now. I'm offended. I'm going to take a knee on your hot dog with ketchup. But look, I understand that I'm not here to criticize letting people eat hot dogs. Okay? I'm not into offending them. I'm just curious to you, and we heard what yours is, Jeffrey. 248-539-9797. What's your favorite way to eat a hot dog? I'm not talking about the way you put it in your mouth with a bun or without a bun, you know, that type of thing. You gotta go boiled. Yeah. You can't go boiled. Boiled is disgusting. Yeah. For me, the greatest hot dog is a little burnt on it, you know, a little bit of the grill. Yeah, a little charred with mustard, usually spicy brown onions, and sauerkraut. That is my favorite way of eating a hot dog. There are others, obviously, who like the Coney dog better, which I have no problem with the Coney dog, because who doesn't love chili, onions, and mustard? To me, that's a great way of eating a hot dog. I don't get the Chicago style. To me, it's like pineapple on a pizza. Why are you putting peppers and pickles and all this crap on a hot dog? Makes no sense to me. But you know what? It's people's right to tell you what you can, what you can't do. But I just wanted to let people know today. Go out, go to your Coney, go someplace else. You know, hell, go to your super, go to Kroger, go to Meijer, wherever. Buy some hot dogs, put it on your grill, make some hot dogs today. It's National Hot Dog Day. That is America. That is. Are you grilling, Stoney?
No, of course not.
Of course not. Yes. You let your wife do it.
No, she wanted to. There's no way there's a hot dog being eaten in my house today by me, my wife, or my daughter. No way. So I'll have to go out and get one on my own. So that's what I'll do. Because it is
okay.
Hot dogs are, you know, look, are they overrated?
You show them, Stoney.
That's right.
Hey, look at Stoney telling everybody to go buy a hot dog, grill it, except for the Stone family, which is not going to be grilling. And neither will the Rieger family. Although, I don't know, maybe my wife and kid will. I won't be.
I don't have to grill it. I can just go out and get a hot dog. What's the difference? That way I'm putting more money into the economy.
That's a good point.
Thank you very much.
Good point.
Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. That is the ticket text as well. Something that offends a lot of Detroit sports fans was revealed yesterday. We'll see if you join the offended list coming up next. 97.1 The Ticket.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day from the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk.